I'm gonna have you vote again based on a comment I just received on my video. My new job, I'm officially a balding stay-at-home dad. Yup. Which, by the way, I'm talking kind of quiet because my daughter is asleep and it took her like an hour to get her to sleep. Emil Brink had this to say, quote, Norwood 4 in 3 years? I don't believe that for a second, Nick, smiley face, end quote. So, is that a mule or a dog as his icon? Looks like some kind of mule or horse, huh? So, I want you to vote. I want to see, do you agree with Emil? Or Emil, depending on how it's pronounced. I'm going to give you 3 categories to vote on in the comments for this. You can either vote that I'm balding, that I have a receding hairline, or that I'm not balding to the extent that it's ironic that I have a hair loss channel. So, let's take a quick look. There's how high the hairline goes. All right, it's thinning in here. In the back, there is definitely thinning in here. But see, there's a textbook version of what's happening to me. The textbook version is that I'm balding. I'm Norwood 3 with thinning here and even in here. The textbook version is that I'm balding. I know that. I'm not trying to sort that out. This is you voting on your perception of reality. There's reality and then there's society's perception. Keep in mind that in the real world, everyone I know thinks it's ironic that I'm currently making $191.91 per month by doing these videos. They think that's ironic because they look at me and they say, but you still have all your hair. That's always the response. No one ever says, oh, okay, I can see that. Never. They always respond with irony. You? How? What do you know about hair loss? That's the response I get, which is similar to the response I get from 15-year-old boys who watch one of my videos and maybe they're starting to see some slight receding right here, and then they'll curse me out for having too much hair and saying that I'm a hypocrite for having a hair loss channel. So that would be the category of someone who's voting that I'm not balding and that it's ironic. So again, here's the categories. I want you to pick one. Number 1, you can vote that I am balding. That while we know that I actually am, you look at me and when you see me, let's pretend you didn't know me. Pretend you saw someone that looked just like me out in the street and you saw me. Would you say that, yeah, that guy's balding? Is that what you would think? Would that be your perception? Or would you perceive, that guy, he's got a receding hairline, but he's not balding? Or would you perceive, that guy's not balding at all. Look, he's got all of his hair. He would be a hypocrite. He's not qualified to do a hair loss channel because he's got all of his hair. Balding, receding hairline, yeah, right. Which one of those categories will you vote? Balding, receding hairline, or not balding to the point that it's ironic that he has a hair loss channel and he's a hypocrite for even doing it. This is about your perception of reality. And I'm doing this to prove a point. Despite us all knowing that I'm Norwood 3 and thinning, which classifies me as balding, especially for the fact I'm over age 35, I want to know your perception, what you think when you see someone like me. Because the whole point of this is when we look at the results and I make that results video, we'll learn that perhaps reality is different than perceived reality. So please vote your perception. Am I balding? Do I have a receding hairline? Or am I not balding to the point that it's ironic and hypocritical for me to make $191 a month by talking about hair loss? Please vote.